Have you been accused of plagiarism? Now what? My name is Adrienne Hahn of the Hahn Legal Group. We are education law lawyers, and I'd like you to keep three things in mind to help you prepare for defending yourself against a claim of plagiarism. First, what is plagiarism? Plagiarism is taking the text or words of somebody else's document and passing it off as your own. When you are being accused of plagiarism, you are going to have to go to some type of hearing. And depending on your school, whether public or private, it could be called something different. It could be at a specific type of location that's different from another school. Really important for you to find out everything you can about that hearing so you are prepared. Talk to other students. Ask them what happened in the hearing. What kinds of questions were they asked? How many people were asking the questions? And what is the process of the hearing itself? 2, you need to prepare your defense. Depending on the severity of the level of plagiarism that you are being accused of, there are many different ways to defend yourself. First, let's say the plagiarism is pretty clear. Let's say you copied an entire chapter from a book and you didn't even cite to it. That's very different than being accused of plagiarism when you have made citations to 14 different sections, but on the 15th one just forgot. There are different levels of penalties for plagiarism that the panel can issue. And it's important that you know when you're going into the hearing, are you challenging the accusation of plagiarism? And or are you challenging the penalties that they might issue to you? Make it clear in your presentation of your defense what you're asking them to look at, what evidence you're pointing to, and what is the outcome you expect them to reach. Third, when the panel issues its decision, make sure that they issue it to you in writing. Most schools have instructions for this in their policies and procedures, but some do not. So find out before the hearing and make sure that you make a request that they do it in writing and that they also include all the reasons for their decision. The importance of this becomes really clear when you decide to appeal that decision. And a decision by a disciplinary panel can even have more than one appeal. So you need to make sure everything is in writing and very clear as you proceed through the process of challenging that initial panel's decision. Also, the appeal process itself is quite complicated. There are a lot of rules that go with it. There's a lot of deadlines that you have to abide by 100%. There are no exceptions. It is really important that you know these rules on the appeals before starting that process. And let's face it, this is a cost analysis for you. Sometimes you're accused of something you actually did, and there's a lot of time and energy that goes into appealing a decision against you. Make that decision with all the information that you can after consulting with a lawyer to know all your rights. If you are facing plagiarism charges, there are a lot of penalties that can be given out, and they can be very serious. You could lose a scholarship. You could lose your grant. You could lose your status in school activities that you really love participating in. And this can go on your record and affect your ability for higher education. These are serious penalties that you need to be prepared to fight against. Please reach out to a lawyer to assist you in this process. Again, my name is Adrienne Hahn of the Hahn Legal Group. We would be more than happy to help you through this process. Please give us a call.